beloved child, do not turn away from the message that's coming your way. Listen closely to the whispers of hope, for I am with you, even in your darkest moments. You are not abandoned, and you will rise above. Though the world may feel heavy, victory is closer than you think. Stay with me. Don't close this video. Don't scroll away. This moment is no accident. You've been chosen for this. Your spirit knows it. And deep within, your soul is ready for something truly powerful. The time for your transformation has arrived. My child, I know you've fallen. Not once, not twice, but more times than you can count. You've fallen into doubt, into fear, into the same sin you promised yourself you'd never go back to. You've stumbled under the weight of your own guilt. You've failed in private while trying to stay strong in public. You've questioned yourself, and worse, you've questioned me. You've asked, God, how can you still love me after this? How can you still use someone like me? But I need you to hear me right now, louder than the shame in your mind and the lies in your heart. I still chose you, not because you never fell, not because you always got it right, but because I see beyond your failure. I see beyond your brokenness. I see your heart, even when it's shattered. And even with all your falls, your flaws, your fears, I still call you mine. You've looked at others and believed they're more qualified. You've believed that you're too weak, too inconsistent, too damaged to be part of my plan. But I don't call the perfect. I call the willing. I don't choose the spotless. I choose the surrendered. And you may not feel worthy, but I make you worthy. You may not feel strong, but I am your strength. The world saw you fall and turned away, but I saw you fall and I stepped closer. I didn't flinch when you messed up. I didn't change my mind when you fell short. I didn't withdraw my hand when you walked away. I waited. I protected. I carried you even when you couldn't carry yourself. And now I'm telling you, this is not the end of your story. This is where the comeback begins. Do you know how many times my children have fallen? Abraham doubted. Moses ran. David sinned. Peter denied me. Paul persecuted me. And yet, I used them to shake the world. Why? Because they got back up. Because they chose me even after falling. And now I'm asking you, will you do the same? Will you stop defining yourself by your worst moments and start believing what I've said about you? You are redeemed. You are loved. You are chosen. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified. You are not too broken. Your failure does not cancel your calling. It deepens your testimony. It shows the world what grace looks like, what redemption feels like, what mercy can do when it's allowed to flow freely. You think you need to be perfect to be used, but the truth is, I use the broken to reach the broken. I use the fallen to lift others. I use the wounded to bring healing, because your story is not about your strength. It's about my faithfulness. It's not about your fall. It's about the God who picked you back up. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm reaching into the pit you fell into, not to scold you, but to rescue you, to restore you, to remind you that your destiny is still alive, even if your hope feels dead. So stand back up, not in your power, but in mine. Walk forward, not in shame, but in grace. Speak again, dream again, believe again, not because you've earned it, but because I've declared it. I still have plans for you. I still have open doors waiting for you. I still have people who need the message hidden in your pain. I still have joy you haven't experienced yet. I still have peace you haven't walked in yet. And I still have miracles coming your way. Not in spite of your fall, but through it. You've fallen so many times, but I still chose you. And I always will. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am. I am the God who restores. I am the God who redeems. I am the God who turns graves into gardens and ashes into beauty, and I will not give up on you. So come with your failure, come with your fears, come with your questions and your regret. Bring it all, lay it at my feet, and watch what I do with a life that says, God, I've fallen, but I'm still yours, because I've never stopped calling your name. I've never stopped writing your story, and the chapter ahead, it's the most powerful one yet. I see what no one else sees. I see the thoughts you keep hidden, the fears you try to silence, the pain you cover with a smile. I see the way you carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. I see the moments you feel invisible, misunderstood, unloved. I see the effort you put into pretending everything's fine, even when your heart is breaking. And I want you to know, I love you anyway. Not the version of you that people expect, not the version that tries to meet everyone's expectations, not the version that performs, pleases, or hides. I love the real you, the raw, unfiltered, broken yet beautiful version that I created with my own hands. I see the parts of you you've tried to bury. I see the memories that still make you flinch. I see the guilt you carry from things you've never told anyone. And yet, I have not changed my mind about you. You think if people really knew the truth, they would walk away. But I know it all, and I'm still here. I knew your flaws before you discovered them. I saw your darkest day long before it ever happened. I saw the moment you would doubt me. I saw the moment you would give in to temptation. I saw the moment you would question your worth. And still, I chose to call you mine. Still, I decided to cover you with grace. Still, I wrote your name on the palm of my hand. Because my love is not based on appearances. It's based on truth. I know you fully, and still I love you completely. You don't have to earn this love. You don't have to pretend to deserve it. You don't have to hide from me. There is nothing hidden in you that I haven't already seen. And yet, I still want all of you. I want your fear, your doubt, your shame, your pain. I want the pieces you think are too broken to fix. I want the dreams you've given up on. I want the silence that screams louder than words, because I can handle it. I can heal it. I can turn every shattered part into something sacred. I see the beauty under the brokenness. I see the warrior beneath the wounds. I see the purpose behind the pain. And I have never looked away, not once. You've tried to measure your worth by the standards of this world, by how liked you are, by how perfect you appear, by how much you've achieved. But I don't measure like that. I don't look at your status. I look at your heart. And even if your heart is hurting, even if it's messy, even if it's barely hanging on, I still call it worthy. Because you are not defined by what you've done or what you failed to do. You are defined by what I did for you. When I gave everything on the cross, I saw your face, I saw your future, I saw your freedom, and I said, you're worth it. So don't be afraid to come close. Don't be afraid to let me in. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm here to restore you. I'm not here to point out everything wrong. I'm here to make all things right. My love is not fragile. My mercy does not run out. My grace does not expire. I am not overwhelmed by your brokenness. I'm moved by your honesty. And if you would only see yourself the way I see you, everything would change. You would walk in freedom. You would speak with boldness. You would live with peace, not because of what others say, but because of what I've always said. You are mine. You are loved. You are enough. This world may never fully understand you. People may misjudge you, leave you, or fail to see the depth of your soul, but I never miss a detail. I see it all, and I still love you. So let this be the moment you stop hiding. Let this be the moment you believe again. Let this be the moment you trust that the God who sees everything still chooses to stay. I see what no one else sees, and I love you anyway, completely, unconditionally, forever, and that will never change. I know you're tired of fighting battles no one sees, internal storms, quiet struggles, silent prayers. But hear me. I see the war within, and I'm not distant from it. I'm right in the middle of it with you. You don't need to fake strength when you feel weak. Let me be your strength. Let me hold the pieces you're trying so hard to keep together. I am not disappointed in your weakness. I'm drawn to it, because when you surrender what's breaking, I begin building. My power is made perfect in your lowest moments. Don't give up, my child. This storm will not have the final word. I'm not waiting for your perfection. I'm stepping into your pain. The enemy has been after your voice. He's been trying to silence you, not just your words, but your purpose, your praise, your influence, your light. He knows what I placed inside of you. He knows the power that's released when you speak my truth, when you stand in your identity, when you walk in boldness. That's why the attacks have been so personal. That's why the fear has been so loud. That's why the shame has been so heavy. Because the enemy is terrified of what will happen when you finally realize who you really are. But hear me now. I did not create you to live quiet in your pain, hidden in your fear, or buried in shame. I created you to be free. I created you to rise up. I created you to be a voice in the wilderness, a light in the darkness, a testimony of my glory. And I am speaking to your spirit right now. It's time to break the silence. The enemy wants you to believe that you're unworthy, that your past disqualifies you, that no one would listen, that you don't matter. But those are lies, and it's time to silence his voice with mine, because I call you chosen. I call you redeemed. I call you set apart. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not the label they gave you. You are not defined by the worst chapter of your life. You are defined by my love, and my love declares that you are free, free from fear, free from shame, free from everything that tried to keep you quiet, small, and afraid. I didn't call you to blend in. I called you to stand out. I didn't call you to stay hidden. I called you to speak. I didn't save you so you could live in chains. I saved you so you could help others break theirs. You've been silent for too long. Silent about your pain. Silent about your faith. Silent about the miracles I've done in your life. But the world needs your voice. Someone is waiting on the other side of your obedience. Someone is waiting to hear your story so they know they're not alone. Someone is drowning in the very storm I pulled you out of, and your voice could be their lifeline. You think your story is too messy, too broken, too unimportant, but I use broken vessels to pour out the purest oil. I use messy stories to reveal my mercy. I use people like you to show the world who I really am. So today, I'm stirring your spirit. I'm reigniting your fire. I'm removing the muzzle the enemy tried to place on your mouth. Your voice matters. Your worship matters. Your truth matters. And when you open your mouth, demons tremble. Darkness flees. Chains begin to break. Not because of who you are, but because of who lives inside of you. You don't need a platform. You don't need a title. You just need to open your mouth in faith. Speak when I say speak. Declare what I've shown you. Proclaim my promises even when your voice shakes, because there is power in your testimony. There is authority in your words, and when you speak, heaven backs you. The enemy wanted to keep you silent because he couldn't stop your calling. He couldn't take your purpose, so he tried to convince you to stay quiet. But I'm breaking that lie right now. You are a mouthpiece for my kingdom. You are a warrior, not a whisper. You are bold, not broken. You are rising, not retreating. This is your time, not tomorrow. Now speak truth, speak life, speak freedom. You've been set free. Now go and set others free. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to stand, to declare my word with fire, to speak with authority, to walk with the boldness of someone who knows their Father is the King of Kings. I didn't bring you through everything just so you could stay silent. I brought you through it so you could speak life into others, so you could shine with a freedom that only I can give. The enemy wants you silent, but I want you free. So lift your head, open your mouth. Let the world hear what I've done in your life, because your voice is about to set captives free. You've been silent because of fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear that your voice doesn't matter. But fear is not your master anymore. I am. And where my spirit is, there is freedom. I didn't give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. That means you are capable. You are called. You are qualified. The enemy may have tried to bury you, but I planted you. And now it's time to rise, to speak, to move in boldness, not because you feel ready, but because I said go. Your obedience will unlock healing. Your words will carry anointing. Your faith will awaken others. I will fill your mouths when you open it in surrender. I will strengthen your heart when you speak with courage. I will cover you, protect you, and walk with you as you step into the boldness I created you for. The time for silence is over. The time for hiding is done. This is your season to roar, to speak my name with fire, to share your testimony without shame, to worship in spirit and in truth. I know you've been battling the fear of being too much for some people and not enough for others. But hear me, you were never meant to fit into a mold. I designed you intentionally, fearfully, wonderfully, on purpose. Stop shrinking to be accepted or stretching to be approved. The right people, the right doors, the right moments will recognize your value without needing you to change who you are. I don't make mistakes, and I didn't start with you. Walk confidently in who I created you to be. You're not too much. You're not lacking. You are exactly who I intended. You don't need to change to be enough. I made you just right. You've been feeling disconnected, like your fire has dimmed, your passion has faded, and your purpose feels distant. But this is not the end of your story. I haven't changed my mind about you. The calling still stands. Sometimes I allow the fire to quiet so you can hear me in the stillness. This season isn't punishment. It's a pause for realignment. I'm reigniting what feels lost, breathing life back into what's grown cold. Don't give up on your purpose just because it feels far away. I'm not finished, and neither are you. When your fire feels dim, I step in to reignite it. Your purpose still stands. I see how hard you've been trying to stay faithful while carrying questions you're afraid to ask. But I'm not afraid of your doubts. I welcome them. I don't need you to have perfect faith. I need you to bring me your real heart. I already know what you're struggling with, and I love you through it. You don't have to pretend with me. Bring your confusion, your fears, your disappointments. I can handle them. I'm not distant because you're unsure. I'm closer than ever, even in your questioning. Faith grows in honesty, not in pretending. Trust me with all of you, my child. I'm not asking for perfection, just your honest heart. If this message touched your heart, don't let it end here. Support this mission by becoming a member or making a donation using the links below. Together, we're spreading God's word and changing lives, one soul at a time. May God bless you abundantly.